I just wanted to show you some of the flowers I've got going in my little cottage garden area. I love the idea of an English cottage garden, and there's so many different flowers you can add, but one of the ones that I think are amazing are foxgloves. So this one is, I think it's actually a regular foxglove, but it does look really like a sort of really beautiful pastel color. It's not quite bloomed yet, but it's really stunning. And it's quite a small one. And then over here we've got some hardy geraniums, which I love. They just sort of, they grow really tall and slender, and they sort of bop along the tops of flowers and twirl around in between them and just look so beautiful. And then we've got my favorite flowers this time of year, the peonies. These ones are white ones with a little blush of pink, and they're called Shirley Temple. I just think they're so beautiful. I've got them here growing up at this arch here. I'll show you how it looks. They stand back a bit. Got roses arching over the top, white ones over there to the left, and then red roses to the right. And then on this side over here we've got some pink peonies too, with really big beautiful yellow centers. I've got one more Shirley Temple over here. It's a new one I planted recently, so it only has one flower, but it's beautiful. I did have some irises over here. They're sort of dying down now, and there's another little foxglove here. And we've got some cornflowers over here, a big bunch of them. They're also sort of starting to die down a bit. Oh, I've got lovely clematis up here, arching over this arch here. Lots of roses. And let's go over here to some more hardy geraniums. They really are beautiful. They're actually covering this garden when I first moved here, so we've sort of given them little areas. They go really nicely along with these alliums here, because they kind of cover up alliums with all these sort of leaves that die down. So these geraniums sort of cover them, cover the leaves, and then you can just see the allium balls popping up in between, which I think is really pretty. And this, I love this. This is beautiful. Royal Wedding poppy. And it's going to come back every year. Look at some of these flower heads, or little buds here. They're so big. It's going to come back every year, bigger and better. I sowed it, I think it's 3 years ago now I sowed it. And so the first year we got nothing. Second year, last year, we got a few flowers, really spindly ones. And then this year it's just looking so wonderful. Really a beautiful one. Oriental Poppy Royal Wedding. The insides are so fantastic. Look at that. Over here we have a really one you can't be without in a cottage garden, and well, there's some forget-me-nots here, which I also love too. And then we've got a little lupin that's just starting to have here's a bud, flower bud. So I hope this one is going to be a pink one, because that's why I sowed it 2 years ago. I'm hoping it's going to have a nice pink flower. We'll see that in due course. Don't know what this is. I think it's like a little mustard flower that just popped up. Sometimes you get little strays. It's all fun. And then over here we have a really beautiful rose. I love this. It's almost like a peony rose. I'm not entirely sure what it is, because it was one that I had somewhere else hidden away in the garden. And so I took a cutting of it, and it's now here, and it's doing really well. It's beautiful. But I'm not entirely sure what it's called. It has a lovely scent too. It's really beautiful. And here we have some verbascum, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. Look, it already has some of these little caterpillars on it. It really attracts these caterpillars, and I think that's fantastic. I don't mind if it gets eaten, but I do look forward to seeing the flowers. It's a special kind of moth that's attracted to this very plant, so that's really interesting. I'm really happy to see that. What else can I show you? Anything else? We've got some other poppies here. These are regular poppies coming up here. Some big opium poppies, I think they're called. And a few roses here and there. There are lots of alliums. They're all sort of turning over now, sort of dying down. And of course in between, I'm trying to plant as much food as possible. So in between we have a mulberry. And I was worried about it because it really got damaged by the frost, but now we see some little leaves down there. Yeah, little growth. So it is pulling through, and hopefully I'll see some more growth on it soon. We'll see how it goes. It was starting to bud really early in the year, and then it just got hit by frost. Yeah, the hardy geraniums again. Beautiful flowers, just a big bunch of them here. That's just a few of the flowers we've got growing right now, and it's going to look much better once the year progresses, the summer progresses, and we get lots of summer flowers.